When dealing with a narcissist, it's tempting to think you can win with arguments, logic, or by exposing their lies. You might believe that if you just present the facts, or stand your ground, you'll finally get through to them. But the reality is, narcissists aren't interested in truth or resolution. They're interested in the emotional energy you give them, especially when you react. Narcissists thrive on your emotional reactions, anger, frustration, even love or attention. Every outburst, every tear, every attempt to reason with them is fuel for their ego. Their sense of self depends on the attention and control they extract from you. It's not about connection, it's about domination and validation. Any reaction, positive or negative, feeds their need for significance. Even your attempts to defend yourself can become ammunition for their manipulation. The real victory isn't in outsmarting them, but in refusing to play their game. When you choose not to engage, you take away their power. When you stop reacting, you cut off their emotional supply. Your calmness becomes your shield, and their tactics lose their effect. This isn't about cruelty, it's about reclaiming your peace and protecting your emotional well-being. You're not punishing them, you're choosing yourself. Indifference is powerful. It's the moment you stop letting their chaos dictate your emotions. You become the calm in the storm, unshaken by their attempts to provoke. You become an observer, no longer pulled into their storms. Their drama no longer has a hold on you. The narcissist can't fight what they can't provoke. Your silence and composure are barriers they can't break through. Your calm neutrality is a void they can't fill. And it terrifies them. They're left scrambling for a reaction that never comes. They lose their grip on your emotional state. The more you practice detachment, the stronger you become. You don't need to announce your victory, you simply feel it. The peace you gain is your quiet triumph. True freedom is when you realize the fight is over because you stopped participating. You've chosen your own well-being over endless conflict. The power is in your quiet detachment. In that space, you rediscover your strength and self-worth. That's when you've truly won, when your peace is no longer up for negotiation. The most powerful sign you're winning is when your silence unsettles the narcissist. When you stop reacting, you disrupt the very foundation of their control. They thrive on your emotional responses, your explanations, your attempts to reason. But when you choose silence, you're no longer playing their game. This isn't the angry silent treatment they use. It's genuine detachment. It's a calm, intentional choice to step back and reclaim your energy. You're not punishing them, you're protecting yourself. You no longer feel compelled to defend or explain yourself. The urge to justify your actions fades, replaced by a quiet confidence in your own truth. You've stepped off their stage, and your absence is deafening. The drama loses its audience, and the spotlight shifts away from their manipulations. Narcissists rely on reading and manipulating your emotions, but your calm silence gives them nothing. They search for cracks in your composure but find only stillness. It's like walking away from a chess game. They can't play without you. The pieces remain, but the strategy falls apart when you refuse to participate. The emptiness where your reactions used to be is a psychological vacuum for them. They're left alone with their own thoughts, unable to provoke the chaos they crave. Your energy is no longer wasted on their drama. Instead, you invest it in your own healing, growth, and peace of mind. When you don't respond to their provocations, you protect your peace. You set boundaries that are no longer up for debate. This isn't a contest. It's a shift where their opinion no longer defines you. You realize your worth isn't tied to their approval or disapproval. Your silence signals you found inner validation. You trust yourself, and that trust is unshakable. As you detach, you reclaim the power you once gave away. Each step back is a step toward your own freedom. They may escalate, but your calm remains unshaken. Their attempts to provoke you only highlight your strength. Your peace becomes your shield, and your silence your victory. In the quiet, you rediscover yourself. The real win is felt in your newfound calm, not in confrontation. You realize that serenity is the greatest triumph. That's when they know they've lost control, and you've finally reclaimed your life. Another unmistakable sign that you're truly making progress is when the narcissist support system, those so-called flying monkeys, begins to fall apart. These are the people who once rallied around the narcissist, echoing their stories and defending their actions, often without question. Narcissists surround themselves with enablers who help enforce their narrative, acting as their eyes, ears, and sometimes even their voice. These enablers are often quick to judge and even quicker to spread the narcissist's version of events. For a while, you were cast as the villain in their story, and their followers believed every word, treating you with suspicion or even hostility. But when you stop engaging with the drama, something shifts. The chaos that once surrounded you fades away, while the turmoil around the narcissist only intensifies. The more perceptive enablers begin to notice a pattern emerging. The narcissist is the common denominator in every crisis, every falling out, every dramatic episode. Your calm and stability become impossible to ignore, especially when contrasted with the endless drama that seems to follow the narcissist wherever they go. Over time, people start to question the narcissist's stories and motives. Doubt creeps in, and the once unified group begins to fracture. Some will quietly distance themselves, realizing they've been manipulated and used as pawns in someone else's game. The narcissist's power weakens as their followers drift away, leaving them increasingly isolated and exposed. You don't need to fight or seek revenge. Your healing and growth do the work for you, showing everyone the truth without a single word. Your peace becomes a mirror, quietly exposing the narcissist's true nature for all to see. That's when their support system finally collapses, and you're left standing in your own strength and serenity. A bizarre sign of your victory is when the narcissist starts mimicking your healing journey. As you focus on recovery, therapy, mindfulness, new hobbies, they watch from afar. Your happiness threatens their fragile ego, so they try to imitate your growth. Suddenly, they post about self-improvement or therapy, but it's all for show. They copy the appearance of healing without doing the real work. You've faced your pain, they only perform. Their imitation is empty, lacking true self-reflection. It's a backhanded compliment. They want your peace but can't create it themselves. Don't let their mimicry taint your journey. Their hollow performance is proof you've moved on to authenticity. Your real healing is your victory, their imitation is their defeat. As you grow stronger, the narcissist will try to pull you back. This is called hoovering. They might send nostalgic messages, fake apologies, or invent crises to get your attention. Early on, these tactics can trigger hope or guilt. But true victory is when their attempts no longer affect you. You see their messages and feel nothing. Their emotional hooks can't catch you anymore. You've developed psychological immunity. Indifference is their greatest fear. It means they've lost all control. Your lack of response isn't a strategy, it's genuine disinterest. You've moved beyond anger. Indifference is the final stage. When their name comes up, you feel nothing. Their hoovering is like a rock thrown into the ocean, gone without a trace. That's when they know the game is truly over. You're free. When direct control fails, narcissists launch smear campaigns to destroy your reputation. They spread lies, twist your words, and play the victim. At first, this can be painful. You want to defend yourself. But a key sign of victory is when their campaign becomes background noise. You stop feeling the need to explain. Your actions and character speak for themselves. The people who matter see through the lies. Over time, the narcissist's negativity backfires, making them look unstable. People tire of the drama and distance themselves from the source. Your peace is your proof. When their words can't hurt you, you've stripped them of their weapon. Their campaign fades into meaningless noise. You've transcended the battle. The ultimate victory isn't their downfall, it's your ascent. The narcissist becomes psychologically invisible to you. You barely notice them. They occupy no space in your mind. Their memory no longer triggers pain or anger. This invisibility terrifies them. Their existence depends on your reactions. Without your attention, their false self collapses. This isn't revenge, it's the natural result of your healing. Your wholeness exposes their emptiness. They may try to regain your attention, but you're unmoved. The war ends because you walked away and built a new life. Your victory is your liberation, not their defeat. You become the ruler of your own mind and life. You've achieved what they never will. Authentic, peaceful selfhood.